False viral claims are saying this woman died because of Georgia's pro-life laws. In actuality, she was killed by an abortionist.
Yep.
Oopsies. So the nonprofit, all far left organizations are nonprofit like BLM, right? ProPublica released a story of a woman they claim is the first preventable death due to Georgia's pro-life laws. At least 2 women in Georgia died after they couldn't access legal abortions and timely medical care in their state. This is one of their stories. The left began spreading it around. Amber Nicole Thurman died due to laws in Georgia that outlawed life-saving DNC procedures on women who are miscarrying, which is weapons-grade horseshit.
That is horseshit. I mean, that's like the first thing you do if they have a miscarriage.
Yep. And Kami Swallowa decided to chime in. A young mother from Georgia should be alive today. This is what we feared when Roe v. Wade was struck down. But the reality is very different. The real story is Thurman discovered she was carrying twins in 2022. Decided to abort them. She drove to a North Carolina abortion clinic for a surgical abortion. After running into traffic, she was late, but the murderous psychos at the clinic refused to save her spot. They canceled the surgical abortion and sent her instead home with mifepristone and misoprostol, the abortion pill regimen.
The flush pill.
The flush pill. As a result of the pill, contents were left in her uterus and she got an infection. She was checked into a Georgia hospital with acute severe sepsis. A DNC would have been required to remove the remaining pieces of her dead twins and stop the infection, a procedure that is 100% legal in all pro-life states, including Georgia. There was no pro-life law that prevented her from receiving the treatment. The hospital cared for Thurman for 20 hours before taking her to surgery, but it was too late. There is no evidence whatsoever that her surgery was delayed due to pro-life laws. So sit and spin on it, suck it and swallow. If you sucked it and swallowed it, you wouldn't be dead.
Well, I don't want to see anyone die, I
don't want to see anybody die either, but you know what?
You shouldn't be blaming, turning somebody's death into a political theater, especially when that death was not due to the reasons that you say.
Woman's going to abort twins after becoming a mom.
Yeah, well,
that takes a special kind of.
It's a special kind of evil.
I'm just saying.
But I still don't want to see anyone die.
No,
I thought that was, it's reprehensible that they're using her death as a tool to fuel yet more.
Oh,
murder.
Pop! If the left couldn't weaponize tragedies by twisting them into something that doesn't even resemble reality, they wouldn't have anything to talk about other than their double standards, because if they didn't have those, they wouldn't have standards at all.
They'd have nothing. Yeah. Brutal.
Oh, and just a good rule of thumb, leftoids: good ideas don't need censorship to survive.
Yep.
Just saying.
That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Fuck's sakes. According to FDA stats, 32 women are killed by the abortion pill every year. In many states, women can get the pills in the mail with nothing but a virtual consult with Planned Parenthood and no establishment of care with a local hospital or OBGYN. Obgyn. We can call them OB-GYN. There you go.
So 32
like
people
Murray
are
Dar.
killed by the abortion pill every year.
Yep.
Well, a lot of times they die because they wait a little bit too long.
Hell, fewer people died from the swine flu vaccine before they pulled that off the market.
Correct.
And there's well over 10 million people dead from a certain poke and smoke, and that one, no, we've got new boosters. Yeah.
And
what could go wrong?
Skid, are you aware Canada is destroying their poke and smoke stockpiles?
I am aware of this.
Yes.
Really? What's going on there?
Well, you destroy the evidence.
Oh, yes.
A bunch of stuff. That's one thing. Supposedly they're out of date, supposedly, but
allegedly.
there's all kinds of stuff going on there for sure.
I mean, you have to scrub the evidence, right? Just like the feds were, hosing off the roof where Thomas Crooks shot Trump from like an hour after he was found dead. And,
hang on.
And that they bulldozed the Uvalde school and Sandy Hook before forensic evidence could be dug up and actually used to prove who did what and why and what happened. I mean, It's not like they have anything to hide.
I know. Here's another thing that's like really tweaking my noodle. Is not in a bad way.
Yeah, I haven't had my noodle tweaked in a while.
Apparently, there are some videos out there. There's some videos out there where supposedly there are micro machines reassembling in the COVID vaccine juice.
Micro machine.
They inject it in you, and literally they're seeing this stuff happen. I want to see more studies on this.
Okay, yeah.
I have
for
a hard
sure.
time wrapping my head around this kind of twisted evil. But at this
Same.
point, I really can't put anything past them.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, when you're talking about the poke and smoke, the best we can do is kill you.
Yeah.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.